Welcome back to the LA Rams franchise on Madden 24, guys. And thankfully, we have finally reached our bye week, week 10. And our boys are sitting at 4-5 on the season. Better than what I thought it was going to be. I was expecting maybe 2 or 3 wins, but we've got 4. But we are on a 2-game losing streak right now. In this bye week, though, it's a chance for our team to kind of get energized for the long stretch ahead. Take care of little minor injuries that we might have, get some rest. But for us, we're going out scouting. We're getting ready for the offseason, looking at free agency, all that good stuff, man. If this is your first time checking out one of my bye week videos, it is information packed. We're about to go over stats. We're about to look at the draft class. We're about to look at some moves that we could be making and some free agents that we could be looking to sign this offseason. So sit back, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, and let's jump in. All right, so like I mentioned, man, 4-5 on the season. We started off hot, man, getting a W over the Seahawks, 36-29. And then we ran into 2 really good teams, man. We lost to the 49ers, 38-21. And then a shootout in Cincinnati, 66-56. It's like a college basketball game score. Then we bounced back, got a win versus the Colts, 26-23 on a last second field goal. And then turned right around and got beat down by the Eagles 49-20. Finally went on a little win streak there, beating the Cardinals, and then turned around blowing out the Steelers. But then to lose our last 2 versus the Cowboys and the Packers. The Packers game was heartbreaking. We had that game won, but just a couple mental mistakes cost us the victory. So like I said, we are in our bye week, and when we get back, we're at home versus the Seahawks. Then we travel to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Then week 13, got the Browns coming to town. Another road game in Baltimore, taking on Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. Then week 15, we're at home versus the Commanders. We wrap up our home regular season on Thursday night, taking on the New Orleans Saints. That's a short week. And then back-to-back road games versus the Giants and closing things out versus the 49ers. So some winnable games still on the schedule, but also some tough matchups. I don't like this short week game. That's gonna make me a little nervous, not gonna lie. So taking a look at the stats on the season, Matthew Stafford with 3,200 yards through 9 games, 14 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Honestly, going into before these last 2 games, he had only 2 interceptions, somewhere around there. But he's been kind of forcing the ball downfield, throwing some bad passes, and it's all because we have a bad offensive line. But still doing a solid job getting the ball out and spreading it out to some our wide receivers. The ground game, Cam Akers has shocked me. I didn't think he was going to be this good for us. I was actually thinking about trading him at the beginning of the year, but 119 carries, 751 yards, and 9 touchdowns through 9 games. He's averaging 107 yards per game. The only thing that he has to work on are his fumbles. I feel like he fumbles a lot. He took a big hit versus the Packers and coughed it up. And that was kind of like an important drive. We were looking to close the game out, and we can't have turnovers like that. Zach Evans is back up 275 and 3 scores. Stafford has a rushing touchdown. So is Kyron Williams, I think he's out with a torn labrum. And then Stetson Bennett, his 1 carry, his 1 play that he's had this season, he's got a rushing touchdown. Out wide, it's been the Cooper Kupp show, 71 grabs, 1,334 yards, 5 touchdowns. He's our go-to guy, and he has really stepped up and filled a void because we have no really other offense besides him and Cam Akers. Van Jefferson, 39 grabs, 600 yards, 3 scores. We got Cam Akers down here, 37 grabs, 297 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Puka, 15 catches, 315 and a touchdown. This has been a great find for us. I think Puka could come in and be a solid wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3 option. I want to get him more touches. I want to get him in the end zone more often. This guy is really good, and if we could develop him right, he could be a star for us down the road. Tyler Higbee has 14 grabs for 175. You got Zach Evans with 10 grabs for 92 yards. Bryson Hopkins, 8 catches, 116 and a touchdown, and then Tutu Atwell, 7 grabs, 70 yards, and a score. Now it's time to talk about the worst part of our team. It's got to be the offensive line. Across the board, it's bad. Joseph Noteboom, he's given up 11 sacks. Warren McClendon has played a lot because Havenstein has been out. He's given up 6 sacks. Havenstein, who's supposed to be our best offensive lineman, he's given up 4 sacks. Avila's given up 3. Shelton, he's given up 2. And then Brian Allen, surprisingly, has been our best offensive lineman, only given up 1 sack. This group is my main priority going into the offseason. We have got to upgrade this offensive line if we want to be contenders for the next few years. Defensively, John Johnson leads the team with 53 tackles, followed by Kobe Durant with 50, Jordan Fuller with 46, Darion Kendrick has 36. Then you've got Jason Taylor the second with 36, Aaron Donald has 35, Trey Hodges Tomlinson with 33, Jake Hummel has 28, you got Ernest Jones with 27, Russ Yeast has 25, Byron Young with 24, and then you've got Witherspoon with 22. Lake has 17, Kobe Turner with 13, Hampton has 13, Brown with 12, and Murchison with 10. Tackles for loss, Aaron Donald, of course, leading the way with 24 TFLs, and you got Byron Young second with 10. The sack department, Aaron Donald leads the team with 11 sacks. Kobe Turner has 4.5. Byron Young with 4. Kobe Durant and Hex have 2. Hampton and Murchison have 1.5. Then you got Kendrick, Taylor, Roseboom, Mathis, each with 1, and Ernest Jones has a half a sack. Turnover department, Kobe Durant has been a great player for us. He really has. He's turned into our cornerback number 1. He's got 3 interceptions. Fuller has 2. Then Jones, Tomlinson, Witherspoon, and Jolly each with 1. I would say for this team, man, moving forward, if we're going to be contenders, we've got to upgrade our offensive line. We've got to upgrade our defensive line and our secondary. If we can get those 3 groups upgraded and then draft or find a potential suitor that could take over for Matthew Stafford, I think this team could really be something in 2 seasons. Field goal game, Brett Meyer, 21 of 21 and 25 of 25, so he's been perfect so far. Punting, Ethan Evans, 44 punts for 1,956 yards. He's kicked 8 inside the 20. The return game, Trey at kickoff return doing his thing, 449 and a touchdown. Tutu Atwell is actually taking over now. He's got 525 yards. Trey is returning punts, 236 yards, and a score. I don't know, but this season has been very odd, man. If you look at our numbers, we have the second highest scoring output with 32 points per game. We have the number 1 passing offense with 330 yards per game, and the number 8 rushing offense with 120 yards per game. You look at those numbers, just the top half, and be like, oh, this team is like top tier, one of the best teams in the league. But then you look at the bottom half with our defense. We give up almost 40 points per game, 348 yards through the air, and 156 yards on the ground. It's just a tale of 2 bad, or like our offenses can be really good. Our offense can be really good. Our defense has not shown that they could be good at all. At all. Our offense has to put up incredible numbers, incredible yards just to stay in the game because our defense can't stop anybody. And it's not going to get any easier in the second half of the season. So it's like we've got to find a way to balance each other out. So here's how things are looking money-wise for this team. Right now we have $17 million worth of cap. Next year, that number is going to be way less because everybody's contracts kind of kick in after that. So right now, as you can see, Matthew Stafford goes from $20 million to $49.5 million in 2024. Cooper Kupp goes down just a little bit, but then Aaron Donald's contract kicks in. He gets another $8 million on top of his. Joseph Noteboom, I got to get rid of him because his contract jumps up $14 million into 2024. So I'm hoping that we can trade him during the draft and get a pick. Then you got Havenstein. He's going to go up $5 million. So same with Brian Allen. Cam Akers, we just re-signed him, so I'm okay with him jumping up $6 million. He's an important piece of our offense. Van Jefferson, same thing. He's going to jump up $4 million. Jordan Fuller goes up $3 million. But like the top part of this team, we've got to figure this out. Matthew Stafford cannot go making $29.5 million more than what he's making right now. And Aaron Donald, I love him. Great player, but he'll be 33 going into next year. He's going to start regressing here real soon. Is he worth the 21? Yes. But at the same time, do we want to pay him that extra $8 million? I don't know. And Noteboom definitely doesn't deserve $14 million, so he will not be a part of this team next year. So hopefully that can save us a lot of money. I've already started scouting some of the potential free agents that we're going to see. And, I mean, it's an okay free agent class. A lot of older guys coming off of contracts, but nothing kind of like jumping off the board for me. I honestly would prefer to go ahead and start drafting guys. That way we can get them under, cheaper contracts instead of going out here and try to pay an arm and a leg to get a veteran player. One player that has not signed yet that I think could be an impact player, but it would be kind of cheesy if we picked him up, is Nick Bosa. If we were able to get Nick Bosa somehow, that would definitely shore up our defensive line. If we're looking for a left tackle, Trent Brown from the Patriots, he will be a free agent. He's gonna that would help shore up that left side, and I'm pretty sure he'll come in cheaper than what Noteboom is right now. If we're looking for interior lineman, Robert Hunt will be out there at right guard. I think this will be a good pickup for us, man. He's got great strength. His run block, pass block, pretty solid. Again, offensive line, very important for me going into this offseason. Here's a player that I like a lot for our defense, man. If we're going to stay in the 3-4 defense, we need those pass rushers on the outside. Josh Allen from the Jaguars is set to become a free agent. He signed I think he signed a franchise tag last year, so he's coming off of that franchise tag this year. I know he's going to be a pretty penny, but that 86 speed on the outside, he's got a great finesse move, and he's got some block shed too. This will be one of those kind of players that can make an immediate impact on our defense day one. Here's another guy that could make an immediate impact day one, Rashawn Gary from the Packers. We just saw him last week, and he was a terror. 87 speed, 87 tackle. He's got great power move, great finesse move. Imagine if we could team him up with Aaron Donald and have Aaron Donald up the middle and Gary on the outside. It'll be hell for a lot of quarterbacks. If we want to go a cheaper route, maybe cheaper, Danielle Hunter from the Vikings, 87 speed, 90 acceleration, 86 finesse move. He is going to be a little bit older. He'll be 29 going into next year, but I still think he'll be a dynamic player for our defense. Pass rush is a major group that I need to improve on. I like Byron Young. We love Aaron Donald. But after that, Kobe Turner's pretty solid. After that, we really don't have too much. So we got to be able to, if we're going to stay in this 3-4, we've got to be able to go get some guys who can get after the QB. Josh Uche is set to become a free agent too. I love the 86 speed, 85 tackle. He's got 85 pursuit, 82 finesse move. Only thing is he really can't get off of blocks, but with 86 speed coming off the edge, okay. So doing a little digging around team salary cap and everything, Antoine Winfield Jr. might not be back with the Buccaneers next year. The fourth-year pro from Minnesota is set to become a free agent. 89 speed, 88 zone coverage. He's solid in man coverage, and he can lower the boom with 86 hit power. We do need a free safety. Just throwing that out there. I know he'll come with a big price, but if he's going to hit that free agent market, we should make a move. And there's Malik Hooker, too, from the Cowboys. He's set to become a free agent, 89 speed, 86 zone coverage. This kid is a ball hawk, and you already know he's from the Ohio State, so I'm already a big fan of his. He would definitely help out our secondary, and plus he'll be back there in the back half with his former teammate Jordan Fuller. So those are just a few names that I'm kind of keeping an eye out for. We do have a few free agents here of our own that we need to take care of. A lot of these guys, I'm not sure if they're going to be back next year because we can probably upgrade the positions either through the draft or through free agency. One guy I do want to make sure we look to bring back is our guy Puka. I want to get him on a long-term deal for sure. And then Kevin Dotson might be somebody we keep around too, just to have a extra body on that offensive line. Tyler Higbee could be somebody we look to bring back. And that's really about it. I'm not a big Bryson Hopkins fan. His hands aren't, strong enough for me. Ronnie Rivers, maybe not. Rashad Torrance, probably not. Sean Jolly, probably not. John Johnson, I could see a world where we bring him back. But it just depends on if we're able to pick up a free safety and free agency. So let's take a look at our draft class. We have our first round pick for the first time in a few years, man. We're locked in. Right now it says we're number 16, so that's not bad. But we have 7 picks. Would love to see more. Next year we have New England's first round and second round pick, which is a good look. But this year I would love to be able to get an impact player in the first round, either on the offensive line, defensive line, linebacker, somewhere in there. I would love to get somebody who's going to be one of those talents where we're like, yes, he came in and this helped change the franchise around. And there are a few guys who are just like that, man. Let's take a look at the quarterback class first, led by Clint Simpson from Kansas. 6'4", 243-pound quarterback. He's projected to go in the top 5. He throws a beautiful spiral on all his passes. Pressure doesn't faze him. Does well to avoid sacks. Plays well within and outside of the pocket. Fast over-the-top style motion. That's a good look. He comes in with solid to good throw power. He's got poor to marginal speed. He's got good to great change of direction. And what we know so far, A, short, B to D under pressure, B, deep accuracy, B, play action, A to C, medium, B, deep. I think I said that already. A to C, truck, and C, throw on the run. Kind of reminds me of a slower Cam Newton, maybe size, 6'4", 243. That's a big dude, man. Are we in the market for a first-round quarterback right now? Depends, because I'm not sure what we're going to do with Matthew Stafford just quite yet. Now, there are a few other quarterbacks here. Brett Harwell from Baylor, 6'4", 222. We've got him scouted for 65%. He's got A deep, B medium, B short. Brad Samuel from Wisconsin, 6'1", 190. He's top 5 projected as well. He's got A deep, B medium, A to C short, A to C throw under pressure. Scott Wheeler, more of your pocket passer, 6'4", 217. He's got B deep, A medium, B short. Tremont Sowell from Louisville. He comes in at 6'2", 216. He's projected to go round 1, 2. I'm not a fan of his arm talent at all. Somebody we could keep an eye on, man. Kevin Johnson, more of an athlete. He's 6 foot 206. This kid is kind of interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. Beautiful spiral. Gets happy feet and feels non-existent pressure, which makes me a little nervous. Does well to avoid sacks by throwing the ball away. Loves to run and play outside of the structure, which means he's a true athlete. Quick, compact throw in motion. What we know so far: B play action, A medium, A short, A throw on the run, and then that throw and that under pressure is at a C. He's got A to C deep accuracy. His physicals, he's got great to elite speed, great to elite change of direction, but his throw power is poor to marginal. So this is somebody where if it came to it, man, he could be a gadget player for us. He doesn't fit the Lamar Jackson mold. I'll say that. But speed-wise, great to elite speed for a quarterback that is 6 foot 206. Could be interesting. Running back room, Kenny White. This kid was a stud at Georgia. He comes in at 6'1", 224. He's got B carrier vision, B to D catching. Tyler Harris is arguably one of the best running backs to ever play in college football. I'm going to throw his stats up right here so you guys can see it. Insane numbers throughout his career at Air Force, 6'1", 217. He's projected to go round 1 or 2. He can break tackles. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. Could be a dangerous player for somebody who drafts him. You got Richard Sampson from Alabama. He's projected to go 3rd or 4th round. Richard Nelson from USC, another really good back. Both the backs from USC are in this draft this year. Kind of their Lindell White, Reggie Bush 2.0s. Richard Nelson, the speedier of the two. George Mosby, the power back. Either way, either one of these guys would be a great pickup. You got Bryce Bennett from Notre Dame. Chad Fields from Ohio State, another elusive back. And then Jeremiah Morgan from Oregon. He's an elusive back as well. Solid wide receiving group here led by Kevin Warren from Ohio State. This kid is arguably the best route runner in the country today. A catching, A route running, and B release. He comes with great to elite speed, great to elite acceleration, good to great agility. Another one of those playmakers from Ohio State. They keep producing great wide receivers. He has B release, A spec catch, A short route. If we were in the market for a wide receiver, Kevin Warren might be that guy for us. You got Burdett Williams from Texas, a deep threat, 6'1", 203. Another wide receiver in Cole Olsen, 6'3", 225. Great catch in traffic, great hands. Carlos Gore from Tennessee. Johnny Mayberry, Andrew Wagner. A lot of tall wide receivers in this class, man. This guy is 6'7", 234. So he's more of a tight end build. You got Ronald Payne from UNLV, 5'11", 209. Nolan Anthony from Oklahoma. One thing I am noticing about all these wide receivers, their hands not really there. The kid I'm most interested in is right here, though. Tucker Whitfield, playmaking wide receiver, projected to go 3rd or 4th round. And he has A catching traffic, B catching, A deep route, and C release. I've seen the tape on this kid. He is Tyreek Hill 2.0. Great to elite speed, great to elite acceleration, great to elite agility, good to great change of direction, good to great jumping. He comes in at 6 foot 186. What we know so far, A catching traffic, B catching, A deep route running, C release, D stiff arm. Again, we do have Tutu Atwell on the squad. But Tucker Whitfield could be one of those guys who could take the ceiling off of our stadium with how fast he is. Imagine a world where it's Cooper Kupp, Puka, and Tucker on the field at the same time. Again, I said one of our main focuses is the offensive line going into this offseason. Corey Hutchinson is arguably the best left tackle in the country right now, 6'5", 329. We know he has A impact block, B to D pass block, and A to C run block. I got him at the top of our board right now, but we also have Lawrence Butler from Ohio State, 6'6", 325. You got Phil Mulligan, 6'6", 339 from Missouri, and Alex Harding, 6'4", 306 from Wisconsin. And we know for a fact that he has A pass block with B impact and A awareness. So if we're not able to get Corey Hutchinson, Alex Harding might be the next guy. If we're looking for interior lineman, Brandon Bonds is the best center in the country today. He's projected to go day 3 from FAU, 6'5", 317, and already A impact block, A pass block, B to D run block. Then you got Glenn Snow from Texas. He's 6'1", 291. He's got A to C awareness, A to C impact block, B pass block, and C run block. The last interior lineman that we're going to take a look at is Chad Richardson from Texas, 6'2", 332. He's projected to go 1st or 2nd round. He has B awareness. We know he has A pass block, A to C run block, and then A to C impact block. Brandon Rogers might be another guy to keep an eye out on. He's got A to C awareness, A to C impact block, A to C pass block, but A run block. Again, not that deep at each position on the offensive line. There are some big guys there that could make impacts on the offensive line, but we got to make sure they're the right choice for that group. To the defensive side we go. Pass rushers, it's looking real thin over here. My favorite probably is Tyrone Tate from LSU, 6'4", 290. What we know so far is A to C block shedding. He has F finesse move, what makes me think he's a power rusher with A to C power move, A tackle. The top of the list is Kyle Way from Boise State, 6'1", 265. He looks more like a bust to me. I'm not going to lie to you. Another guy I like is Jonathan Vincent from Oklahoma. He's projected to go first, second round, 6'4", 278. Again, power move, A tackle, but he has C block shed. But I think the best player in this draft is Dominic Randall from The Ohio State, 6'2", 239. He's listed as a speed rusher, projected to go top 5 in this draft. He's a physical player. He's a savvy defender with the ball in the air, has a high motor, often looks to rip the ball out from runners, shows good discipline, loves to utilize a spin move as a counter move, has a swift arm over move, and will utilize power and leverage to bull through pass protectors. This is the kind of guy we need on our defense. He's got great to elite speed, great to elite acceleration, decent to solid strength, solid to good change of direction. What we know so far, C block shedding, A finesse move, C man coverage, A pursuit, D stamina. I think this guy might be the best pass rusher in the game or in this draft. And if we're able to find a way to get up to the top 5, we've got to take Dominic Randall. And the last player we're going to take a look at is Kevin Hopkins from Louisville, 6'4", 182 at corner. 6'4" corner. I like that. He struggles to find the ball in the air, though, has a motor that runs through the whistle, often looks to rip the ball out from runners, shows good discipline, and won't get flagged much. What we know so far, B block shedding, B man coverage, B press. He does have F stamina, but he has B zone coverage. I like Kobe Durant. I think he will be a great cornerback number 1, but I think Kevin Hopkins could come in and really help out this secondary, which would allow Trey Tomlinson to move down to a nickel corner for us. This kid comes in with good to great speed, great to elite acceleration, good to great agility, great to elite change of direction, and decent to solid jumping. So here's a look at our board. A lot of guys up here, especially first rounders, because of that. I'm predicting that we'll have like a top 15 pick at the end of the season. I still need to go through and find some later round guys to add to the board. But I think there's a couple guys that we've deemed must gets as we get ready for the draft. All right, so now it's time to get back to work. We're back at home, getting ready to take on the 1-8 Seattle Seahawks. Now, we did beat them week 1, and I'm sure they're going to be coming back looking to get that get back. We do have a chance to have a prospect spotlight, a focus player. We'll take care of all that in the next episode. Plus, we got some upgrades we get to do. But I'm excited, man. Again, I'm shocked that we're 4-5. We just got to finish the season strong. I'm not going to tank. We're not going to throw games, anything like that. We're going to play football. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. But at the end of the day, this is a rebuild, a complete rebuild. We got our hands filled. We're going to have our hands full going into the end of season 1. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new. Don't forget to ring that bell, join the Noise Squad, and hit all those links out in my description, man. Facebook, Twitter, IG, and come through and join the Discord fam. And we'll talk from SoFi when we get ready to take on the 1-8 Seahawks. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace. Big shout out to all the members that support this channel. If you would like to become a member, check out the link down below.